This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Wow, I'm so excited. I didn't know you're Hrishi K. So wow, are you serious?
I don't get reactions like that normally. Well, you know, I was saying to John a couple of days ago, saying that, you know, this is just fantastic. And I said that I have a Dilbar connection and you also have a Dilbar connection. So let me start with that. The Dilbar connection that John has is because Nora was in his video for Rocky Handsome. And here she is back again.
Yeah.
And I said, I had done some comparing for the original. But since Dhvani reacted the way she did, I have to tell you that your dad was the person who gave me my first break.
Wow.
I swear. So I know this makes me sound like a dinosaur, but guys, this is Dil Chahta Hai, right?
Yeah.
Like the Farhan Akhtar movie?
Yeah.
So you're looking at the guy who compared. Those days there was no trailer launch.
Right.
Those days there was a film launch, like, you know, like a premiere.
Yeah.
So Vinodji was the person who first hired me to compare the launch of Dil Chahta Hai, and look at me here subsequently. So you come from great lineage and your father's a wonderful man, and I'm so happy.
Every day.
Awesome.
But
Thank you so much.
Because I've never seen you, I couldn't like let him sorry.
Lovely. And Tanishk, big fan of your music, man. Yeah.
And ma'am बोल दिया
man,
मैंने.
Bro, really, you know, on my playlist, on the top 3 songs, Barish is there. You know, it's just there. On any playlist that I create. Normally on iTunes you create playlists, right? You know, that song will always feature.
Thank you so much.
So great to see you. And Nora, welcome back onto the show,
I
man.
love coming here. I love it when I'm here. Seriously,
I'm so
I love
happy.
the energy.
I'm
Thank
so
you for
happy.
having us.
So let's start with the first very difficult question, which is voice casting. I mean, you have an Alka Yagnik in the original, and how do you voice cast for a massive song? To call you the king of remakes is undermining your potential, because I feel your original music is even better.
Yeah.
You know, so
दिल जीत लिया आपने.
so the voice casting of this, how did that happen? I mean, you're dealing with a music company which is a master of the game in any case. So how did you end up voice casting for this?
So basically, I'll tell you what I do exactly when I do a song. When I get a song, I don't go by the artist. I don't select artists like that. Like जो भी आपके पास जो artist है मुझे उसको use करना. I don't do like that. I get my own choice of singers. I produce the song thinking about the singers. Like how they do in Western, they actually make the voice first and then they actually add up behind to support it. So my thing is also the same thing. If the voice is good, जितना minimum requirement होता है arrangement का, I do that. So that's why I dubbed Dhvani and Neha I dubbed later, because I wanted some parts to be, you know, a little bit of Neha's feel, because mostly I had worked with her earlier also, so I knew her voice range and all. So Dhvani was my first time. Like I did one song, I think I did for Coke Studio or something like that.
So T-Series Acoustics.
We did Humsafar, one version. So that time I knew that her scale actually is very nice in the low range, where we have very less singers nowadays. Ashish is one who has a
Ashish Kaur,
yeah.
She has a low range. So same, her voice is like modern and has some.
You did Bolna with
I did
Ashish
Bolna
Kaur.
with us,
Yeah. Which
So-
is another song I love.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm talking about Barish. Bolna is such a beautiful song, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think, and I've said this to Ashish, I don't think she's done better. You know, it's just one of those songs where she sounds really nice.
Really
Yeah.
sounds good in this song. So same thing like Dhvani's voice we recorded, and you know that first chunk that I composed, like it was a simple part, but I needed a voice which will flow like, you know, water in it.
Yeah.
Her voice is like that in that song, you know.
It's sensual.
Sensual,
There's
yeah.
something very magical, majestic about it.
Something is there, you know, you cannot express in words. Like it actually matches. कैसे बोलूं मैं? It's a magic thing. कोई word नहीं है. So you know, when I started doing that, I felt that this is the song. एक गाने पे होता है ना, एक start में, if you get that vibe, then automatically the rest of the song, you know, you can.
Flows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is what her voice.
Yeah,
is.
and I remember, you know, your dad's such a busy man. I'm sure he never told you, but I remember listening to the acoustic version of Ishtihar, which is your song in Welcome to New York, and you know, sending him a WhatsApp saying, you know, this is great stuff, you know, and then I saw a Whitney Houston song which you had done on your YouTube.
Yeah.
Which I thought was spectacular. I mean, it brought back childhood memories. I mean, I was a kid in school when that song came out. So, is this more like a zone, or did you have to work harder at a zone like this for Dilbar?
So basically, I didn't know the original song before because, you know, I was born in '98. And
Which is quite an advantage actually, if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, and I didn't hear the track that he made. So then I went to the studio and then, you know, I wanted to hear it a few times, and then after that I came back and I dubbed it. So it's difficult, but I could emote really well in it. It is kind of my space, not completely my space, but a part of what I love to do.
I mean, what's the fun in doing stuff which is totally your space? Diljit was
Yeah.
saying this to me. He was here last week, and he said, this whole thing about me doing Ikkudi and me doing, the slower stuff and Ishq Di Bajia. He said, actually, I don't do that stuff at all in my indie music. I just do this whole Eminem, Jay-Z kind of meets Punjabi pop kind of thing. So I love pushing the envelope when it comes to ballads. So this must have been quite a challenge. It must be wonderful for you to work on.
It was so, because I was into, my space was romantic and slow songs. And this was this amazing dance number. It got me really excited. And then I was like, okay, let's give my best to it. So then, it's kind of something that I loved. So then I thought, I should just go for it.
And how hot are you looking in the video, Nora? You must be like, you must be inundated with people telling you that. But one is the sensuality of it and this and that, all that is fine. But just the fact that you are elastic and flexible enough to do these moves, dude. I mean, what is it? Kya khilaya tha tumko? It's unbelievable. And John was trying to struggle with the word, saying, what is the dance that she does? What is it, some twerking, tricking? What is it called?
He still mentions that, but that's not what we did in the video.
Correct.
Yeah, completely out of that zone. It's very, the style that we did in Dilbar, which is exactly what I wanted when I heard the song, and which I told Nikhil sir and Busham sir 10 times, we have to do Oriental belly dance. We have to do Oriental belly dance. It needs to feel like, what you see a Turkish belly dancer do or an Egyptian belly dancer do, that style, that feel. I don't want it to look like urban Bollywood belly dance. I wanted it to have that authentic feel, because I know people want to see that, and I just know that when I upload just a 10-second video on Instagram belly dancing, authentic belly dance, I see what the reaction is. People love it, and they just love the art of it, and they love watching it. So when I heard Dilbar, I was like, this is the opportunity. Let's do this. But you know what really really makes me happy? Not when someone says, oh, you looked so gorgeous, or your dance moves were amazing. It's when someone says you expressed so well. When I get that compliment, I'm like, yes. I feel like I've done something right, because when the song came to me, I'm like, Nora, if you don't express properly, it doesn't matter how well you dance, people are not going to appreciate it. And I really worked hard on the expressions and making sure that I understand every word of the lyrics of the song.
Every time I've seen, back in the day it used to be Enrique Iglesias, now it's Luis Fonsi. When I see a Spanish or a Latin artist making mainstream charts, I'm turning around and thinking, why can't an Indian artist make a mainstream chart? You know what I mean? Why can't it have an international flavor? And that's finally happening, man. You guys are like number 2 or something. You've dropped, you've pushed off Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez and all these people off mainstream charts. And that must be a huge dream for you, the fact that this sound is international. Even though the heart of it is Bollywood music, the sound is international. Is that what you wanted to do initially when you came out of Calcutta as a music composer, as a young boy with stars in his eyes in Bombay?
So first thing, I never wanted to go into music, because I felt this is not the line where I can earn, frankly speaking. My dad used to work with R.D. Burman sir. So I have seen him struggling, financial problem, family problem, so much things. So, that time I never felt that ye mere ko help karega future. So I was applying to become a pilot, which didn't happen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
It's a jump, huh?
so that didn't happen, and the only thing that was left is that
So you wanted to fly, now you make other people fly.
that I'm doing right now. So that's the thing. So then the only option was doing music. Now to produce music and from Calcutta, and you know how Calcutta, the people.
No, but you guys are amazing. I mean, I meet guys like Orko, like you. You guys are all rockers, boss.
Exactly.
You grew up listening to rock music.
That was the thing.
And which I think is fantastic, because then your base is so solid, because you've been part of bands. Whether it's Preetham, whether it's you, whether it's Orko. So talk about that. I mean, the fact that you wanted to be a pilot, but you must have been into music, listening to these bands. Yeah.
Rock, I was never into rock. So I used to hear Dhaka, a lot of Dhaka music, Bangladeshi folk songs. So that was an inspiration that was there. But at the same time, to earn a little bit, I used to produce for DJs, like underground DJs. I had to make retro songs. I had to recreate songs that time. and then they used to play my songs everywhere. And I never went to a club when I was there, because see, for me, like my family is very conservative, so they didn't allow me to go out after 10 o'clock. So it was like that in my house. You study, you do your music, but this is the time limit. You cannot go out.
That's very good.
Wow. She's saying very good because that's her background.
यही होना चाहिए.
Lekin ultimately now though everything is different now for me. So that is how then I ran away from Calcutta.
You
I had to come here. So
you also ran away, Nora. Thankfully, that Dhvani and me haven't run away as well.
I'm loving this space.
Exactly. So that's the game. So I came here. I started working as an assistant music programmer for a guy called Jatin Sharma. So Jatin Sharma was at that time doing Jalwa and Times, all the recreations that he used to do. So yeah. So then he
Akbar Sami's Jalwa.
Akbar Sami.
Yeah.
So what I did when I was in Calcutta, I used to keep my CDs ready. Something like random, which is not.
So this was out of those Aram Nagar studios in.
Exactly, 100%.
They used to call me to do voiceovers,
Exactly.
cassettes and CDs and something.
So this was the Aram Nagar thing. So those CDs, I played it to Jatin sir, and Jatin sir said, "Bro, how did you do this? In what software?" So I said, "It's like I worked in Acid and Cool Edit." He said, "Do one thing, you stay here." And Dad came here to record a ghazal, and tell your dad to go now. Go back and tell your mom that you are staying back here. So that is how then I was here. I used to work with him. I did a lot of tracks like Dajiba I have worked in, like Dajiba, Khaki I have worked in as a programmer. So then it started like that. Asta I learned.
So Dhvani, I saw this small little teaser of a track that Guru and yourself are going to be doing.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So basically, we shot for it about I think a month ago, and it's going to release on the 22nd of July, which is this month. And it's a dance track basically, and that's all I can talk about right
Yeah,
now.
sure. No, don't reveal too much. But as the video was shot where?
Bombay Adda.
Bombay Adda.
Yeah.
Okay. Turned out well. You're happy with it? Have you seen some rushes? Have you gone and checked it out?
I've seen the entire video.
Oh wow, nice. Great.
I look good.
Yeah, of course you do. Even otherwise. And Guru right now, man, he's riding a crest of a wave, and he's been at it for such a long time, just releasing these videos, and now finally he's the bomb.
Can I tell you one thing? Okay, so on Instagram, I just came on Instagram, okay, and I had like 15,000 followers, and then I uploaded this poster, and he uploaded it on his thing, so I reposted it basically, and in one night I had like 1,000 extra followers, and they're still increasing. So this guy has massive fan following.
It's like Nora doing something on her Instagram.
Yeah.
you add some 80,000 followers overnight. She has all her fans.
Beautiful.
Let's come back now to the filming of it. I mean, here's a guy which is Milap. He's never done this genre of film before. Was he directing you, or did you have a dance choreographer directing the filming of Dilbar?
No, I mean, of course, Milap sir was there. He was encouraging, and he made the whole vibe fun. But Adil Sheikh sir was the choreographer, and him and his team, his assistant like Alicia and Paco, etc., they all directed the whole video. And yeah, basically.
And this was what, one day, one night?
No, 2 days. It was 2 days. It was about 2 days of rehearsal and then 2 days of shoot. Yeah.
And then are you the I'm going to rehearse this many times kind of person, or I want to do the basics and then when the camera rolls I just do my thing?
No, I need to rehearse 1,000 times, and I need to make sure the dancers behind me are doing exactly what I'm doing.
Wow.
So I literally
So
sit
you're
them
like the
down.
perfectionist.
Yeah.
Wow. So you had been rehearsing for this for how long before you actually got on to set for 2 days?
3 days. Yeah. Yeah, I think 2. One day we did where we just looked at the whole setup of the choreography and start to change things to suit the music. And then the second day, of course, we start to practice. And then the third day, I sat down everyone, like all the background dancers. I'm all right, I need to see you. Go, do the choreography. And if they didn't do it right, we had to do it again and again and again and again until they did it perfectly.
And this is your thing. This is what you do, right?
Yeah.
So any choreographer would be stupid if he didn't take your advice. So I'm sure you contribute a lot and give a lot of inputs to the choreography.
Yeah, no,
right?
definitely. Especially in this video, what I love about working with Adil sir is that he's willing to listen, and he's willing to open the door to giving ideas and all that. And sometimes as an artist, it's scary because you don't want to offend anybody and you don't want anybody's ego to get hurt.
Sure.
So it's like you're stepping on eggshells, like, oh sir, but with him, he was like so open. He said, okay, right, Nora, what do you think of this? How can we change this? How can we add moves to make it more Oriental, more Arabic? What do you think? So I'd be like, okay, sir, I have this move. When we were thinking about the hook step, we just sat there for an hour thinking, what hook step can we do which is easy for the masses to pick up, but also stay in the space of belly dance. That was very difficult because belly dance is not an easy style. So we sat there for an hour thinking, and every like 2 minutes I'd be like, sir, what do you think about this move? And then I'll show him. He'd be like, looks hard. And then I'd be like, oh my god, it's not that hard. And then I'll come with another move, and then finally we locked on one move, and it felt good. Yeah.
Which is the most difficult one to remake? Was Tama Tama difficult? Was this one, or any other ones which were really tough? And you say, man, this is something that I needed to make radically different, or keep the same zone but add on to it, but was so challenging for you.
Amma.
Yeah.
Amma was a little challenging for me
because it's Rahman, right?
Rahman, sir.
Yeah.
That was tough. Like when I got when they explained me that the song has to be, you have to recreate it in such a way that everything remains the same, but still the groove is there. अभी मैं groove, it was already made that time so groovy कि वो अभी भी चलेगा वैसा. So
and plus Shad is like Mani Ratnam's Chela, and all the, so that must have, there been a lot of pressure on you at that time. Yeah.
2 days though I was just figuring out what groove to do. I started with the groove and I was not getting that vibe. I wanted to do something different with Amma. Instead of making it like a groove song, I wanted to do something like a drop tempo. So that is how I came up with that beat. And then Badshah joined. And then we both actually sat and we made the song. But till the end, गाना complete होने के बाद भी we were like scared. Like अभी क्या करना है, इसको डालने का है कि वापस लेने का? Because दोनों का career stake पे था. That people will just throw us out of this industry because we are spoiling a song like that. वो feel था अंदर. लेकिन somewhere now we believed in our work. Somewhere we were like happy doing this, Somewhere एक portion था. So what I did is that I told Badshah and I told Azim Bhai was there. Azim Bhai was supervising the entire project. I told, let's send it to Rahman sir first and let's see what he feels about the song. And we sent it to him and he sent a smiley. that only
and
smiley.
in any case, he doesnn't say much.
Exactly.
A man of few
So
words.
that is what actually made me happy and I said, dude, I think we have cracked the zone. Now let's release it. Abhi kuch bhi ho jaye, usko dalna. And then the song.
And it became a dance floor favorite.
And the best thing is that Rahman sir actually put my name and Badshah's name in the music credit.
Wow.
Like with him. He has never shared like that ever.
So the thing is, see, because you were not allowed to go to a discotheque when you were a kid,
Yeah.
chances are you do go to a discotheque now.
Yeah.
And 5 out of 10 tracks are probably yours.
Yeah, seriously, it's true.
But that must feel so great. You're just lounging by the bar in a club.
Exactly.
And
Say
people are
my
just
song.
playing your hits and people are going nuts listening to your music,
Yeah, I love that feeling.
Isn't it?
Especially, yeah, there's one song, there was a song called Sweetie Tera Drama.
Of
And I
course.
did it for
yeah.
Bareli Ki
For
Burfi.
Bareli Burfi, yeah.
And it was just done, I think, in 8 hours. Because they needed a song madly. And the shoot was like 2 days after this. They have to rehearsal. So, हम लोगों ने ऐसे ही बनाया. Azim and me, we sat and we made a song. बना देते हैं, कुछ कर देते हैं इसको, मतलब we have to make this song for this thing. So we gave the song and there was another song called Twist Kamari on that, which is my favorite. Like it's more trendy and more groovy. I expected that song to work more, but then Sweetie Tera Drama. Then what happened? I went to a club with a friend and उसमें I think ये चल रहा था, अपना Chainsmokers का गाना चल रहा था. And suddenly I could hear my part playing little करके. I said, what song is this? Yeah?
Because the DJ sneaks it in. Yeah, correct.
Then they got the Sweetie Tera Drama and people started roaring like, मैं बोला यार ये क्या magic हो रहा है, So this is the thing, yeah. Music just makes everything happen.
And this must also resonate with you because I've seen this very interesting mashup that you've done, which is Havana, Camila Cabello, going into, I think it was Ao Zur, So you enjoy that, don't you? Yeah. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that mashup.
So basically, I met this guy called Chaitanya. So he used to play the guitar. I think he does shows with Vasudha and some more people. So we met and he played for me at this Hangama. There was this acoustic thing that I did for them, and then we thought we should make like a thing with Havana. So then we thought of this mashup, and it went really well with our Huzur. So then he laid out the tracks and then we recorded it, and then we were like, let's just put it, let's just see what happens, let's just shoot. So I shot it at home and then like I put it up. We got a good response.
Of course it is. Of course it has. And that's the beauty about music in this day and age, right? You just slip it on YouTube and you can see the reaction or the response immediately. Hey, how's the anchoring going? You're anchoring a show on MTV.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
It's like dating in the dark or something, right?
It's called dating in the dark.
Having fun on that? Yeah.
I'm having a blast. It's really good. It's not scripted, and you know all the stuff that happened. It's like, cause think about it. It's a show that tests the old age saying, you know, the looks really matter, and that's where you see, you know, some people who come on the show. When I speak to them, like, you know, what do you think? Is looks important? And he'll be like, no, it's not. You know, I want the personality and the nature is important and all that. So you stuff them in a room, you know, with no lights, and they get to know each other. And then after 3 dates, you ask them like, what do you think? And some of them really connect, and they really start to like each other because of the personality and the nature. And then the lights go on, and you know, they change their mind. And I'm like, but you just said looks don't matter, you know. So it's
basically
really,
human beings are shallow.
Yeah. It's an interesting show. It's
like some people disappear from blind dates as well. I mean, if they see her.
Yeah.
I've not done it. I'm just told to my father.
It's interesting. Never been on a blind date though.
No, but you see, it can't be easy. You know, it's not acting where somebody actually gives you the lines.
No, it's hard.
Yeah. Here they probably lay a structure and then you've got to kind of variate on that, isn't it? I mean, it's in between the acting and the dancing.
I get frustrated sometimes because obviously I have to speak in Hindi. So we mix it with English and Hindi because it's very, you know, youth-oriented show. It's MTV, but majority in Hindi, and sometimes I have to just have a conversation with someone and improv and stuff. And some days I'm great, and some days I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling it. But it's for the fact that they just trusted me to do the show is like very humbling for me. Like I'm just very happy I got the opportunity to do that.
So man, when you go gigging, what's the most, is Rashke Kamar the most asked track?
I love that
Which
song.
is, you know, what would be, I mean, we've talked about the remakes. Let's just talk about stuff on the gigs, you know.
So live I don't do.
You don't do live at all?
No, I have
Why, man?
I'm not doing it because there's a reason why I don't want to do. I just don't want to be a singer in a shadi or wedding show, or you know, just go and sing my own songs. My target is different. I have a strategy, like 3 years I'm going to do music without doing any gigs.
Wow.
And then I'll start my concerts. Like I'm going to produce, I'm going to be like, you know how the other DJs do, like Skrillex does, Diplo does. I'm going to produce my tracks. I'm going to recreate those tracks live. I'm going to play instruments live. So it's more of a musician gig, not just my own songs. You know?
Yeah, which is what interests me about you, because you arrange your own music. We talked about that off the mic. Exactly. You know, you are like a music producer in the true sense of the term. You're not just like a music director. You're a music producer.
Thank you so much.
Like they say, Calvin Harris is a music producer. You are that, right? Yeah. Wow, so that's interesting. So
I try to bring
it's a 3-year plan.
Yeah, 3-year plan. New technologies. Actually, that is what I want to do right now. A lot of things coming up. Like Rolly came up with the Seaboard. I was the first person who bought it actually here. And there's a new company called Dangerous. So these are the equipments that I'm getting in India right now. So my target is that. I'm more of a technical guy than, you know, like a singer. But gigs, yeah, I would love to do gigs. But not
but don't they call you? Like, for example, I know that Shan and Preetham and all these guys, Abhijit, they get called during puja time. They must be calling you, saying, you know, come to the puja pandal and do a performance. It must be difficult to say no.
Yeah. So I give another reason. I said, I don't sing. I don't have what would I do?
Well played, Tanishk. Well played.
So I'm just waiting for the right time to come up. Like.
Yeah, but who does the rough singing on your tracks? Do you sing it yourself?
Sometimes I do, but mostly the singers that I feel like are good for the track, I keep them only. Like in Badri, I kept the original singers only. Like Dev was there. Yeah. Even in Hamma, I kept the original singer again. Yeah. Sasha sang and Jubin was there. So I don't change singers much because I feel singer is very important for the song.
Talk to me about Rashke Kamar, man. I love the song.
Rashke Kamar was another, when I got the chance to recreate this. So it was from Badshah.
Yeah.
So now Nusrat Saab is somebody like, if you
God,
tell me that, you know, somebody who has changed the music industry or the sound production is Nusrat Saab first. Even before Rahman Sir, even before anybody. Nusrat Saab's main thing was constructing a song in a different way. So his starting Mukhra would be something different, his music would be something different, and yet like in a song. So that was the thing that, you know, I learned from his music a lot. And when Rashke Kamar came, then I thought what to do with this because it's already well done. So I actually researched a lot about the song, like what is the meaning of, because the meaning also I didn't know what's Rashke Kamar, what is the exact thought behind the song. So I researched about the lyrics first, and then I decided I'm not going to make it like a club track first thing, because it would be very bad to do it like Love Me Jor Zabasti if you put a beat.
You didn't, yeah.
And then I used tabla, dholak, harmonium, even that mandolin part, the start mein. So that was my intention. So, and I think it went well, you know.
Amazing. I love the Nitker Manga also.
Nitker also was a good try. So Raj Sab sang it, and the other thing is that I kept Nusrat Sab's voice in the song, in that hook part. So yeah, it was a very interesting track to offer.
So tell me how it was working with Tanishk Bagchi. I could ask you this when he's not around, but I can't. He's in the room.
He's an amazing guy. I mean, it was really exciting to work, with him, because by the time, I sang Humsafar for him, I knew, like, he was this big music, director that I had to go and, prove myself there, that, so I had to bring my, best. But then he's not like this person who would make you uncomfortable.
He's
So
not
the first
intimidating.
Time, yeah, he's not. I'm sorry. Thank you for
Does he order some good bong food when he
No.
records?
There's no food.
Come on,
There's no
Tanishk.
food.
Can't keep your singers hungry, Tanishk.
No,
I'm doing
really
that.
fast, like
Pick up
with him,
and,
everything happens really fast. So if I'm supposed to sing a song there, I'll just be done in like 1.5 hour max.
Wow.
He's
Wow.
too fast.
So that
And it's
basically
amazing.
means he knows what he wants.
Yeah, and then
You know,
you're
there's-
supposed to give that, and like if I don't give a good take, then he'll take that again that very second. He won't waste time, basically.
So is that like your normal turnover rate? Like, you would, or with some singers do you spend more time?
No, usually like I keep it very simple, because what happens is that singer when Dhvani sang the first line, that is the first take which I had actually. I didn't change it. I felt this is good. This is innocent. The more she understands the song, she becomes more. For a singer, it becomes more. What you can say that like they actually pretend more to make the song sound good.
Correct.
I don't need that. I need a clean, innocent voice. So that is what I got from her. So all my singers I've done in Bolna also, it's like that first take only I kept it.
And then Kanha is yours too.
Kanha is
What a lovely song, man.
you so
That's
much.
another one I love.
That's a
Have you guys heard Kanha?
Then easy one, huh?
Shubh Mangal Savdhan, right? Yeah. Beautiful. So you do the ballads as well as you do the Dinchak ones, man. Hey, and your film is now on Netflix, is it?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the number of people, I met Samir the other day at a play of all places, and I said, the number of people who've seen the film after it went to Netflix, getting great reactions.
Yeah. On Twitter, I'm getting a lot of tweets of people who, really, really enjoyed the performances, and it's great that it's come on Netflix, because we needed that platform for people to watch it. But yeah.
And I saw you do a bit on is it a Moroccan singer, Saad? Is he?
Yes. I did a cover for his song.
Good looking dude.
He's very good looking. Nice.
And you're on Instagram with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're from the same country, and because there aren't a lot of Moroccan artists who are making it big. The ones that are, they love to support each other. So they were just
I
supporting
met
each
Samir
other.
the other day at a play of all places, and I told him there's so many other people who've now seen the film and appreciating it. Are you getting great reactions?
Yeah, I am. Of course, on Twitter, I get to see all the tweets of people who, discussing the performances and the genre of the film. And I'm just happy that we got a platform like Netflix, because, we needed people to see the film.
And you are in a music video of a famous, is it a Moroccan artist, an Egyptian artist?
Yeah, no, he's Moroccan, Sad. Yeah, so
Good
I'm not.
looking bloke, eh?
Yeah, he's good looking. I'm not in a music video with him. I did a dance cover for his newly released song, which he shared on social media, and it did very, very well. It went viral. But we are in talks of doing a music video in India at the end of this year, and it will be a Moroccan song, but with a lot of Indian vibes and touches to it, very Bollywood vibe to it. But yeah, he's the biggest artist we have in Morocco, and he's very famous in the Middle East also. And we don't have a lot of famous Moroccan artists, and the ones that are doing very well, they just love to support each other. So we're just supporting each other, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, but beautiful girl. He's a Moroccan guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he ask you out?
I'm gonna be putting this on social media. So. No. We just. we're friends, very good friends, and we're supporting each other.
And that's such a huge market, isn't it? You know, that the Arabic Middle Eastern music market.
Yes.
You know, we were just talking off the mic about Amr Diab.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would do like lots of video work there if you got down to it. Are you putting
Yeah,
yourself out in that market?
You know what? If I break into the Middle East, I would like to break in as a singer, as an artist, not as like a model or someone who would feature in other people's music videos. It's something I'm looking into. Yeah.
Wonderful. All the best on
Thank
that.
you.
So, bro, what are you excited about? Fanne Khan?
Fanne Khan is another good movie.
Yeah. Tell me what are future projects, you know, wherefore from Dilbar and
So now I completed Simba. 2 songs are done. Just recomposing one more song in that. So uska kaam chal raha hai. Kesari is there. Another big project for me. And Mohit Suri, I might be doing Equivalent. So that is there. And a few
Mohit must be a lovely guy to work with because he's so passionate about music,
very
man.
passionate.
Yeah.
I recently composed a song for him, like a Sufi song. So he called up around 2 o'clock in the night. Tanishk, मेरे को एक हेल्प चाहिए. मैंने यस सर बताइए. मेरे को ना एक सूफी सॉन्ग चाहिए. सूफी. सर रात को सूफी. Then I actually made a song next day and he loved that song. So we connect with each other a lot. Like I understand him, you know, his music, and he understands my music as well. So that is how Barish became. Because I didn't know about the song, you know. I never knew why I composed it, where it's going. It was just kept in my waist. I have a folder named Waste, so I keep all my songs there.
That came from waste.
Wow.
Wow.
So उसमें से निकाल के took that song, and so that's the thing here. That's the magic of Mohit Suri.
And I remember when Barish came out that Ash had come in here and did a whole session, amazing acoustic session that he did with us. And you were saying that you and him are great mates.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bong connection
Bong
there.
connection is there, yeah.
So are you and Varun. You know, Varun keeps talking about his music and, you know, each time he comes in and says, what a guy and this and that.
Varun also is like very, very close to me. Like, he's a part musician himself only. He knows, you know, कौन सा part रखना है. Like Badri में, या आधा input तो उसका ही था. He was like telling me, you know, bro, let's put harmonium here. You know, let's change this so that I can do some step here. You know, so all that thing is very important for me, and it helps a lot, you know, for a musician.
Lovely. So, is there anything we haven't talked about as yet? We spoke about Ishtihar. We spoke anything else that is really exciting. I mean, I know the Guru song is happening.
Yeah.
And have you done some Coke Studio?
No, I've done MTV Unplugged.
Ah,
with
correct. Yeah. So tell me about that.
So basically, I got a call. I mean, and then after that, they said you have to choose from these songs. So they gave me a list of songs, but then I was like, no, I don't want to choose from the list of songs. Then I took a Naina from Khoobsurat, and then we had like a rehearsal session, and then after that we shot so it basically happened in like 3 days, and it was amazing. I mean, I got a great response.
And you're great at this unplugged stuff, man. You know, normally one would layer voices with layers and layers of music and effects in a studio, which you don't do in an unplugged session.
No.
You know, it's just the raw voice, and you enjoy that.
Yes,
Yeah?
I love it.
Awesome stuff. So, Nora Fatehi, what's happening in the future? Where can we see you now post Dilbar?
Well, so before Dilbar, I shot for a song for a movie called Shri, which is Rajkumar Rao and Shraddha Kapoor. We shot a very massy number, quirky number. That's releasing, I think, next month.
Is that you solo or you with the two of them?
It's just me and Rajkumar Rao and a bunch of people.
and he told me he used to be in a dancing troupe in Gurgaon.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was shocked.
Interesting.
He said, I wanted to be a dancer because, you know, I saw him dancing somewhere and I was like, dude, I thought you were like, you know, this Newton kind of
Right,
independent actor in the
yeah.
fringes. He said, no, used to be part of a dance troupe in Gurgaon.
No, but I can see that because when we were shooting, he was just like so free with his body and we had a lot of fun. This is so different from Dilbar because I'm wearing a sari and sneakers and like one big earring and just, it's so quirky, it's crazy. But other than that, yeah, there is one film I've signed, but I can't talk about it. But it's huge, and once the announcement comes out, then yeah, it'll be good.
So, have you watched some football? Last few questions before we wrap.
Yep.
Come on,
Yes,
Bengali boy.
yes.
Mohun Bagan and East Bengal.
What rubbish. Once a bog, always a bog. Croatia is happening, so Mohun Bagan East Bengal. If you don't know, that's club football in Calcutta.
But we're talking about World Cup.
I know, I understand.
Yeah, but you know, for Cal people, that's religion, boss. That's it. East Bengal and Mohun. That's lovely. Okay. What, according to you, makes young people in India today powerful? Dhvani.
Okay.
Young people in India today, why are they powerful? Like some people say, oh, they have the power of the internet. Some people say they're independent thinking. What is your thought on that?
So basically, I think the way we think is different. I mean, we're quite open-minded in our approach, and that's what I think is the power of the younger generation. You know, we accept everything with open arms, and you know, if you're an artist, if you're doing music, then you will take inspiration from everything and just not follow this one maybe Indian classical
very good
or
answer.
anything.
Yeah, so you're open to more than what the
stuff
previous.
from everywhere, and then you just blend it in your own, and then give it out there.
Name 3 people, young people, who are powerful and you look up to, and give me a reason why. Just 3 youth icons.
This is like कौन बनेगा करो. Young people. Okay, I like Momina Mustahsan. She's a singer.
Yeah, I know. She's just done that song with Arjun.
Yeah,
wonderful song with her.
And you know, she's all about also into a lot of social, you know, service out there. She does a lot for she does a lot of good work, and that's what inspires me. And second, I think Malala Yousafzai.
I was gonna say
Lovely.
that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's okay. You can repeat answers. Yeah, that's good. And the third one?
And the third one, I hate to think about it. I think just these 2 women.
Good. Young India, powerful India. I mean, we're looking at young people who are icons. People you look up to, 3 powerful people who you look up to. The power need not be in terms of money. Like
Right.
she said, it could be like, you know, youth icons you look up to.
Only from India or just
Preferably, but otherwise you can go international. It's okay.
yeah, see now this is where I can't. I mean,
So Malala Yousafzai.
yeah, definitely. I was gonna say Malala Yousaf because her story is just it's so inspiring, and she's so smart, and now she's like enrolled into university, and she's getting the education she fought for. So her story is so inspiring. See, I'm gonna say Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, why not?
I forgot
Why
about
you-
that.
Why are you being tentative?
No, because you sometimes
I love
you know, when
PC,
you,
man.
Yeah,
I love
when
her.
you get asked this
Stupid.
question, people want you to say like someone outside of the industry, but because I mean, come on, what she's doing.
You know, the maximum answers I've
internationally.
got is Alia. So many people for this answer have said Alia because she's really become a youth icon for this generation.
No, but Priyanka Chopra, hands down, if you just look at her journey and her story and the noise she's making internationally, it's not easy to break into where she is right now. So she's definitely an inspiration, and she's just like a boss lady. You know what I mean?
They consider us third world, so for her to really go out there is amazing.
So definitely her, and I can't think of a third person. Brain freeze.
To say Alia Bhatt.
I know, but I want to be honest. You know what I mean? Of course, Alia is very inspirational, but I mean, you know, like
Someone that gets to you.
Yeah, to me, and of course, the person has to be young, right? I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
That's okay. Don't worry
Brain
about
freeze.
it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. What is the biggest responsibility of being an actor or a dancer? What is your biggest responsibility?
Personally, me, because I'm representing a lot of cultures in different markets, I have to be very careful what I do, because what is okay here is not okay in another market. Or, you know, some fans here who are liberal, I may not have other fans abroad who are not liberal or not okay with some things. So I have to be very careful, and I can get a lot of backlash. Unfortunately, I do get backlash, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. But as an artist, it's sometimes you know, the clothes you wear, or you know, the style of dance, or just the movies you choose, the scenes you do in a movie. You know, for example, if you do like a kissing scene in a movie here, because you're an actor, you have to abide by the script and you're playing a role. In India, for example, different parts in India, let's just talk about India, some audience members would be so liberal and okay with it and understanding, and some other parts of India, you'd be like, oh no, what is this? This is so bad. And you know, you get a lot of backlash and all that. For example, like I remember when Aishwarya Rai did Dhoom 2, right?
Yeah.
She did a kissing scene, and apparently that small little kissing scene with Hrithik Roshan, she received so many death threats from Indian like Indian fans.
This
in
happened
India.
with Aidil and Mushkil also. I think
Yeah.
what she did.
Did
with,
it happen with Aidil?
Ranveer.
Yeah, so like as an artist, it's so hard. You like, you know, you just want to give it your all and you just want to work properly, but then again, you have to think of so many things like other people's morality and other people's ethics, and it's just, it can be very difficult to be an artist. Yeah.
Are you married, bro?
Yeah.
Very good. The only person I can ask marriage questions about. The most beautiful moment of your marriage is, that's one question, and how is marriage in India different from any other marriage?
बहुत tough question आपने पूछ लिया.
Are?
The
Most
first-
beautiful moment of your marriage?
Yeah.
So
You should instantly please your wife by saying
so actually I'll tell you how I met my wife first.
oh, lovely.
So I had long hair, so my wife is a hairstylist. So and I don't usually go in a salon, you know, like a spa salon kind of thing. So she used to work with B Blood. So I went there. So she was the one who was going to cut my hair. So she came. She said, "What do you do?" I said, "I do music." Music? What kind of music? So I said, "I did bolna and Banno Tera Swaga." She didn't know anything. So I
She's
asked.
living under a rock, basically.
So then she said, you know, acha, so you don't do English music and all. So I said, no, I am into Bollywood. Then I made her hear my song while she was cutting my hair. Then after 3 days, we went out.
Well done.
Nice.
The music worked.
Yeah.
The best thing is this thing. After 5 days, we got married.
Ah!
So everything
That was
happened
quick,
in the span
man.
of 7 days. I don't know how it happened.
Time for us all to go for a haircut.
I'm wondering why I'm still single, because I don't cut my hair.
That is so beautiful. Yeah, that's good. That is amazing, man. So how's marriage in India different from marriage around the world? I mean, I'm asking this because we have a show called Marriage Made in India. Which is why I'm asking.
Marriages here. See, I don't know much about all that. You know, what I feel, what I know over here, because as I told you, I'm from a very conservative family.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of, like, I really get possessive sometimes. Okay, my wife also gets possessive sometimes. But I think that is what is love. You know, because if you own something, you tend to protect it from the outside world. So that is why, you know, my marriage is like that, because I was doing music with a lot of people, right? Artists, like young girls coming in, you know. So there was chances where, you know, I could get bhatkawed, frankly speaking, like, you know, get attracted by women. It happens. So after Jenny came in my life, now, all that negativity, what could have happened to me didn't happen. You know, that persiveness was there, that responsibility came in me. And maybe that's the reason why I'm doing music. Like,
Wow.
Beautiful.
so, you know,
yeah.
So beautiful.
it saves me every time.
So
You know?
beautiful.
So that is what I feel is there still. That conservativeness is still there right now in women. Even if they are like, even if they dress like they wear short or something, that in their heart, not that Indianness is there. So I really.
So beautiful. Come on, Dhvani. Last question for you.
Yes.
Name a monsoon song that you love listening to. It can be anything. It need not be Barish and Pani.
I was
and
just
stuff.
going to say that, right?
Don't worry. Any song you like listening to in the monsoons, right? You know, you can pick one English track and one Hindi track.
Okay. So I love this song. They just released this Girls Like You.
Yeah,
Maroon
beautiful.
5.
Cardi B and Maroon 5. Yes.
I love that song. So it's
a
not
great
like a
monsoon
weather
song.
song, but
Yeah.
I listen to it now. And then I love this song called Entertainer. It's by Zayn.
Yeah.
And I love listening to which other song? I love listening to Tera Yaar Hu Main. It's my favorite song. I listen to it every day at least 10 times.
Nora, monsoon
Yeah.
song. It need not be about rain. It's just something you like to experience.
At the moment, there's a song by Drake called Emotionless.
Of course.
Loved it, and I'm listening to it every day. And I don't know why, but Rashki Kamar, listen to it all
Sorry,
the time.
on ad. On
Yeah.
the Care Manga also. I listen to every day.
Brother, monsoon song.
I like Lagi Aaj Saawan Ki Fir Wo Ghadi Hai. I love all the songs from the movie Lamhe.
Yeah.
Anil Kapoor.
This is a monsoon film. Yes,
So that is, you know.
amazing. If I get you a guitar, you'll play a little bit and you'll sing a little bit for me.
Chal.
Kya baat hai?
चढ़ा जो मुझ पे सुरूर है असर तेरा ये जरूर है तेरी नजर का कसूर है आवाज आ तू क्यों दूर है ये इश्क का जो फितूर है नशे में दिल तेरे चूर है अब तो होश ना खबर है ये कैसा असर है होश ना खबर है ये कैसा असर है तुमसे मिलने के बाद दिल पर दिल